Shadows whisper down the hall. Footsteps echo in the dark. Another case, another spark. Digging deep, the secrets hide. Truth they bury, it survives. Piece by piece, we break the lies. Light up and we're seeking truth, no stone unturned. Every clue, every word. Justice waits in hidden rooms. We won't stop, we're seeking truth. Silent victims lost and gone. Echoes scream, but life moves on. Faded faces, mystery calls. Answers waiting in the walls. Digging deep where secrets hide. Truth they bury, it survives. Piece by piece we break the lies. Light up and analyze. We're seeking truth, no stone unturned. Every clue, every word. Justice waits in hidden rooms. We won't stop, we're seeking truth.
Yeah. I would too. My neck. Go back. Well, hello. Howdy. Hello, anybody out there? If you are, come to my chat. If you haven't seen the topic, it's a serious one. It's a serious topic. And I think that we should keep going on with this good topic. Unfortunately, it's not really a good one. Let me rephrase that. It's not really good, but it is to bring awareness to it, I guess you should say. To bring awareness to these missing children. And I have a few things. One of the videos is super long. It's like 23 minutes long. Yay! Spitfire, she's here, and it's late. It's 9 o'clock. This is me in my late time. I'm always researching at the last freaking minute. I didn't even cook dinner tonight because I went to the gym and I had to work out a lot because I have been missing a few days. So of course I always do too much. I'm always when I go back, I'm always doing way too much. And I kind of did a side pony braid. So yeah. But I started my mom's laundry, okay? So I had a lot to do today. I started my mom's load of sheets that I kind of had to fix. Hi, baby boy, Scooby. Did your dad leave already? He'll be back. Don't cry. Don't whine. We're okay. He'll be back. Oh, but don't rain on him because it said it was supposed to rain at 9 o'clock. I don't know. Has anybody heard about the tropical storms? I thought I read that there was a hurricane somewhere. Hurricane Aaron? Haven't they used a Hurricane Aaron before? I'm not sure, but I could have sworn it was another hurricane called Aaron. I'm not sure, but uh, so yeah, I've been finding a lot of stuff, cases with missing women and missing men. So it's just really, really sad. It is super sad. I think we're going to go over Samuel first because it's a small little article. And we'll do the foundation last, okay? We're going to do the foundation last that was brought up. It's called Blue Jean Jacket Day, okay? But Samuel was a 14-year-old little boy. He went missing in June 1st of 2025. And I'm not, there hasn't been nothing since. There hasn't been nothing since. Now, it does say that the mother has held ground searches. I know, me too, Spitfire. I just remember seeing it on the Weather Channel on my phone because I check the weather up here daily, and so does my husband. Because we do take Scoop for walks and stuff. So like, I want to know if my phone was potentially going to get stuck in a downpour. What if I don't have rice on handy? Not plain rice. I got cheddar cheese rice down there, but I ain't got no plain rice. So, um, that would be a big thing. So, how is everybody? How you doing, Spitfire? You got anything new and exciting happening? How's the kiddos? How's life treating you? You doing okay? Any more parties we gotta be throwing here? I love throwing parties, but sometimes it's a lot of work. I miss working at the party store. That was some fun times. Not the balloon columns, but making the other ones were pretty cool. But I could make a balloon column. I bet you I still got it. If you get me the proper tools and the things I need, I could do it. I should have picked up that gig. I should have kept that lady's phone number that wanted to hire me outside of Party City for jobs. It was pretty cool. Cool life. Um, my birthday is coming up. Woo! Excited. No, I don't know what I want to do for my birthday. I kind of just want to go to eat with the hubby. I really just want to be able to go to dinner and not worry and have the money, to go. I kind of never ever been to Longhorn, and I've never been to Red Robin in my entire life. I've been to Texas. I know what Texas is about. I know there's a lot of good restaurants, especially there's like this place called Bubba 33's. Oh my god, it's a super cool place. And see, the thing is, I don't go out to eat to restaurants a lot. We don't do restaurants. My fiance is kind of like a hobo germophobic. I can't even get his ass into a Golden Corral. Okay. And it's for my birthday. He would go and, um, he already bought me. We doesn't want my gift yet, but I don't kind of like. I don't know. I just always wanted to go to one of those two places that I've never been to. Uh, I would love to go. Hi, Reality Wins. Welcome. It's the first time ever. Hey, girl. So my birthday's coming up, and I've always wanted to go to Red Robin. I mean, like, I've had good steak. I've been to Texas Roadhouse, but like my fiance, so we don't really do like out to eat restaurants. So it's very hard for me to personally drag him out because he's like more of a homebody. He doesn't like to be out in crowds. He doesn't like to be he can't do crowds, and he can't be around a bunch of people. We're just like we're just, home chilling, and like when he's stressed, he has to jump on the game because he has to unwind. Men have a different way than us women and how we unwind or how we undo anything. So it's just crazy. So I really want to go to one of those two places. That's my birthday wish. Um, it just sucks because my birthday is always at the end of the month, and I was the end of the summer baby. My mom used to hate it when when she was trying to raise me and my brother. You know, two kids by herself. See, my brother got lucky because his birthday was right after Christmas, so he got all kinds of stuff. And his birthday's at the beginning of the month. But okay, so enough rattling about me, and the hubby doesn't want to go out to restaurants, so it'd be nice to go to one. Um, I know Texas Roadhouse, they make you get on a bull and they sing happy birthday. I don't want that kind of embarrassment. Like my nieces would do that to me all the time, especially now that I'm gonna be hitting 40. So I'm gonna be in the 40s club. Woohoo! Yeah. Not looking forward to hitting 40. We'll see how it happens here. We're here. I'm still thankful I'm still alive, so we're here. We're pushing. Okay, so let's go. Alanna is his mom's name, so she comes up. She is in the article. She talks about her son and how loving he was. Um, Now, one article says he went missing from a friend's house. Then the article that I other read said he went missing from going to have a visit with his mother. But why was he having a visit with his mother? I'm kind of confused about a few of the articles, okay? Spitfire says, it's just another number. Yeah. Yep. My mom's just turned 73 in July, and she keeps forgetting that. And I keep forgetting myself to be a little bit more patient with her because I knew she was off her medication and she was really emotional and it was a mess. But yeah, so it's just a number, but she just thinks she's a spring chicken and she gets mad at herself. So I'm guessing when I get older, I'm going to be like, have you ever had a habit of just dropping things in your hands and then you're just like, you cuss yourself out because you just dropped that twice now. Like, why are you dropping things? Yeah. My mom does that with scissors a lot because she used to be a beautician. Used to have her license all the time. I think she just gave up her license 2 years ago because she was tired of paying that money. Yeah. It's very expensive to keep your license for hair beautician, and it's not that good of a money. It might be good money now, but back when my mom was doing hair cutting, it was not, and it was in the 60s. She was born in 52, so she, wasn't good money. Okay, so let's go. I'm lost. Samuel. I'm looking for Samuel. Where did my Samuel go? Right here, because it had me off. It threw me off. Okay, now. Crap, I don't have my chat on. Let me get chat open here. So, you guys, this is Samuel. He's 14 years old. He went missing June 1st after leaving a friend's home, okay? Now, this was last updated July 25th of 2025, and we have nothing now. Nothing. We still know nothing. There's still no new evidence. There's nothing. There's nothing being done other than what the mom has tried to do. Hold on a second. Let me hold, please. I'm going to use the famous words that nobody likes. Hold, please. Hold, please. Excuse me. Okay, now I'm back. All right, I wanted to make sure I had my volume down, but I have the chat open. Welcome, everybody. Thank you, Reality, for being here. I really do appreciate you, girl. Red Robin has great burgers. Okay, so I've heard that, and I've also heard they have the bottomless French fries. Okay, now I haven't had those type of French fries in a very, very, very long time. Okay, I can't tell you guys the story why, because then you guys will not want to eat French fries for a very, very long time. Okay, that kind of a style, the home cut, like Red Robin's French fries. Okay, it was at a poor time back in our lives growing up, and we had some French fries like Red Robin once, and I haven't had French fries in a fryer. I don't know. It's just it's a crazy story. Maybe I'll tell you guys after we need a laugh after doing Samuel. I just remember my stepmom, and I haven't been able to eat them kind of French fries in a very long time. I'll never forget her look on her face frying those. I'll never forget. I cannot. So I really want to try Red Robin's French fries just because I know it's from a restaurant, and I don't know. It's just I don't know. All I know is yeah, I don't want. That's why I don't use a fryer anymore. Okay, we don't use fryers in my household, and my stepmom quit using them afterwards too. Okay, all right. Let's get into Samuel. Let's prepare ourselves. Like I said, we know nothing about. We just know there's no been. I can't talk now. There has been no updates for Samuel, which is just horrible. It's unacceptable. So Samuel Bird, this picture here is with his mother, Alanna, has been missing since June 1st. Alanna Bird and her family have been going on ground searches looking for more information on might have happened to her teen boy. Submitted by Alanna Bird. And these are some of the sites you can probably find this on. It's on Reddit, it looks like. Is that Reddit? Okay, and that's probably LinkedIn, I think. So, the family of the missing boy are desperately searching for answers as the community members join the outgoing ground searches in Edmonton. Samuel Bird was 14 and left the home to visit a friend in Canora neighborhood in West Edmonton in the evening of June 1st. He was later reported seen by leaving the friend's home on foot but never returned home, according to the Edmonton police. He has not been seen by friends or family since. Damn it. Samuel mother's Alanna Bird and her family have been going on ground searches looking for more information on what might have happened. Okay, how do we just vanish? I don't understand how we can just are there UFOs? I mean, really, are we really in danger? I mean, how? Think about it. So many missing. It's just unexplained. How do we just vanish though? I don't understand how we could just vanish off the face of the earth with no trace, other than I don't want to go down conspiracy theories, but that's not us over here. We don't usually do that. But in my head, thinking just now, like, how did we just vanish? He was on his way home, and nobody's seen anything because it's like nobody's alert anymore. We're too busy in our phones. We're too busy playing around. Some of us are actually doing family things. And then some are just so far gone in their phones that they miss everything. Okay, so her concern is that her boy has been hurt. Hit and run, maybe. So we have our ups and downs, and I'm just hoping we can find out what happened to him or some closure, because that's what really is the hard part. It's not knowing, just hoping for a miracle. Bird told the CBC on Thursday. Maybe he's out there somewhere, but Sam wouldn't do this to us. And when I say he wouldn't, he always kept in touch with us no matter what. Bird is described as being 5 foot 8 inches tall with a slim build, and he has brown hair and brown eyes. Looks like we got a gathering here of missing, and they're out here in the rain. I'm not sure which one is his mother or which one is who. Samuel Bird's family went to the church in the River Valley near Victoria Park for more information on what might have happened on her 14-year-old boy, Jody Tahoe Stonehouse. Do you mind? I mean, seriously. Them loud ass, your ID, man. Your little dog tag. Hi, Brittany. Thank you for being here. Hey. We are talking about Samuel. Oh, and I'm really sorry about you guys. I had to take down the last video. I didn't take it down completely. Once I figure out how I edit, I will bring it back up. My ding dong butt let it show twice. My main email. And I try to use that main email because that's my lifeline email. And yeah, so is Dad home? Go check. So I wanted to make sure that I can figure out how to edit when it pops up on me. Just for safety, because you never know. We live in a crazy world, and it's not something that, it's this world's evil. Okay, so Samuel, my heart goes out to this family. So the circumstances behind her son's disappearance have left Bird seeking for answers. I just want Samuel to know that no one gave up on him and how much he was loved and supported, Bird said. The first ground search was held July 19th in the River Valley near Victoria Park. Another one will take place this Sunday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Terra Lusa North parking lot at 9908 170th Street. And then it brings up two main articles for this. The blue jean jacket is the shed, was created, and it was to shed light on murdered and missing Indigenous men and boys. We did a couple segments previous. We did the women. I did 3 separate individual tribal women that went missing from their community, and they're from their tribe. And do you know, they don't get much police effort because there's too many jurisdiction. I can't say it. Don't hate on me, haters. Jurisdiction. I can't say it. I tried. But they don't, because the police don't really get along with certain fields, and it's a mess, okay? But it does affect, that situation affects finding a lot of these missing boys, women, and it's going to give some statistics later in the show. But this is part of the article as well. So it says the MLA Jordan, Stonehouse was among dozens who conducted a ground search for Samuel this past week. The MLA Edmund Rawford said it was inspiring and seeing many members of the community help search. It was a difficult day, and it has been difficult since and has as we continue to search, Stonehouse said. It says an ongoing search for this missing boy. I'm not sure. I did not click that article. It probably could. Let's see here. The family is doing everything they can do to find their child. Let me start over. The family is doing everything they can to find their child, to find their grandchild, and absolutely are frustrated with the system, as they also want to make sure this never happens to another family, that change is made so people are supported supported, and that there are folks doing the work of looking for missing children. 14-year-old Edmund Boy has been missing since June 1st. Samuel Bird's family has been organizing search parties looking for more information on what had happened to him. And that's coming from, again, Alanna Bird is his mom. The disappearance of Bird, who was from Paw First Nation, is an example that continued colonial crisis of missing, murdered, and indigenous people, Stonehouse said. Trigger warning, this is a beautiful picture of the little boy, Samuel. I'm pre-warning you now, the little smile gets you because it's a baby picture, okay? The latest data from the federal government shows 225 Indigenous people were victims of homicide across Canada in 2022, with 169 being men and boys. About 33% of male victims were reported missing at all time of their death. That is crazy. Like, this makes me really worried. Like, it's like, how? So it says, I'm thankful for the red dress day and now the blue jean jacket day, as both days are used to create awareness that Indigenous people are going missing in this province and in this country. And sadly, they are often turning up murdered with very little information and no one is held accountable. Can you believe that? Nobody is accountable. Nobody is held accountable because it's happening so much. Look at him. I about cried when I seen this. Look at that cute little smile. Now tell me, how could he go missing? That cute little baby. I love the little ducks. You can tell this is kind of, look how cute he is. I just want to squeeze the little cheeks. Such a happy baby there. Look how cute that is. Isn't he just adorable? He's too cute. Babies are cute. And some babies aren't cute. And he's a cute baby. Alanna Bird remembers her son, Samuel, as someone kind and who made people laugh. Aww. It takes it all of us to change the situation. If you know something, reach out to the authorities. I mean, there are little things that all of us can do to make our cities and provinces, our province and our country a safer place for everybody. But Bird said she has received serious, disturbing, violent videos and images allegedly involving her son. Police said that they are investigating it. Well, they need to hurry up and investigate it. The EPS is aware of these images circulating online. Decepting violent events, investigators are working on to determine the source and the I can't yet, you got it, haters get it, of the images as such. At this time, EPS cannot confirm whether this is connected to the missing 14-year-old youth, Samuel Bird. EPS Communications Advisory Cheryl Borderhoot said in this statement on Wednesday. CBC is also requested for further information on ways that EPS put out the news release on July 11th about Bird's disappearance, more than a month after he was reported missing. With respect to the timeline, it's important to know that the news release is not the first step in a missing persons investigation, and it is not the only thing being done to find a missing person. Officers have a number of investigative tasks that can complete often before the new news release is considered. I can't. Verderhoot I don't know. Hold on. This is driving me nuts. I have to see. Give me a second. Of course not. Uh, can you guys hear that? Put it one in the chat. I didn't hear that in the background. I don't think it worked. But Verdahoot. Verdahoot. Okay, so Verdahoot said we left off. There's the baby picture right here. So, with respect, okay, we read that. So, the timeline of the media release is carefully considered with the broader context of the investigation. I can assure you that Samuel's disappearance is being investigated extremely, thoroughly, and with almost urgency. A candlelight vigil will be held Sunday at 5 p.m. at the Rossdale Memorial Park after the next ground search. So the mother is getting. Could you imagine being that mother and getting disturbing images saying this is your son and your son has been missing and he's 14. He went missing when he was 14 years old. I cannot imagine getting that. No. Okay, so I'm going to bring you back. We're going to go on a little journey here. Bear with me. Let's do this one. I want to say the blue jean jacket day, which is not, it's kind of neat to see they have a blue jean jacket day, and then they also have another one. Now I can't remember what it was. Blue jean jacket, and there was something else that they can wear. Let's go to. Oh, we did that. Let's go to this. Okay. So here's another big statistic for you guys, or some more. At least 600 Indigenous men in Canada have been murdered or missing since 1974. 1974. Okay, before I show you this, I lied. Haha. I lied. Hold, please. We're going for a ride on our favorite rocket ship. We gotta watch part 1 because I want to watch this real quick to kind of give us a heads up for what we're gonna watch.
Mosaic Classical Academy is the best choice for schooling because we're personalized between the.
Let me know in the chat if you can hear this.
I miss my nephew with my whole heart. I just want him to come home. I have to think that he's okay until I hear different. Every day I look at a star. It's the first star I see, and I make a wish.
Every day I used to call up north and
we can hear it. Can we hear it? Hit the bell.
My auntie said that he was lost.
Okay, so this is the one I was going to show you.
Start putting a spotlight on all these missing and murdered Indigenous men.
Can you guys hear it? Yeah, you can hear it. Okay, so trigger warning in the chat. This one, let me just. Is this the right one? This must be part. This was 3 years ago. But before I show you this, let me make sure we're on the right one. I'm sorry. Don't shoot me. Hold, please. Okay. If it's not the right one, if this one doesn't, I think this is the same one that's on the YouTube, but this one you can't speed up, so we might go back to the YouTube one. So I'm trying to figure out if this one is the one that's on YouTube that I have. Just bear with me. It's 2350, and it has. Let me just make sure. See, this has a totally. Okay, so let me know if you can hear this. Please and thank you. Can we hear it?
Young and vibrant and loving, caring.
I know it's low.
Had so much potential to go so many different ways in life, Indigenous men are missing or murdered every day, and you never hear about it on the news.
There's days where I attend the marches.
We good? You can hear? Okay, I can't believe she said that it's never on the news, which is crazy.
I attend the memorials, and I don't understand why nobody seems to be putting this at a higher level of grave concern.
We're so remiss sometimes that men don't want to talk, or men want to hold back their feelings or emotions. When we talk about our Indigenous brothers, when we talk about victims of homicide, and knowing that Indigenous men are at the highest rate of being victims of homicide, where's the supports coming from police? Where's the supports coming from the RCMP? Where is
This
the
is crazy.
inquiries delving a little bit more into the stories behind the acts of crime?
The other one on YouTube is a little bit louder, but okay.
To hate themselves because they're brown or because they're Indigenous.
This one's super low, but I don't know. Missing and Murdered Part 2.
Briar Przeznik Satie was known to many as a friend, a brother, and a son. But on a cold winter night in Winnipeg's North End, he was shot and killed. He was just 24 years old. Gina Satie remembers the kind nature of her son.
He was so cute. I called him my little sack of potatoes. He was the youngest boy. I have 2 boys, and so he was the younger boy.
Aww.
Briar's personality, he is super happy, very outgoing, spontaneous, very kind, loving. He loved to help people. He had a big heart.
That's horrible.
The two were close and spent a lot of time together.
Every day would be our thing to get up together, drink coffee together, just sitting and talking. And if Briar was down and out or just feeling like he needed somebody to talk to, he would tell me, "I need your wise words, Mom." That I really took pride in because, it's not every day that, especially a boy or a young man, can.
She just said that. Did you guys hear the words she said? Especially a young man, a boy. So it's not just the women, but it's just men are very rare and uncommon.
Open up like that.
Prajeshnik Sethi had planned to celebrate his partner's birthday on February 7th, 2017.
He had went out and with his girlfriend for her birthday, so he had popped in the house after they had went out for some drinks. He came in quickly and he left. He was in a good mood. He was happy. Jumped back in his cab, and that was the last time I seen him.
But the following morning, he didn't return home, and Sethi knew something wasn't right.
My other son, Nathan, phoned me at about 9 o'clock. He's like, "Mom, where the hell's Briar?" I was like,
And she said, where the hell's Briar? That's sad. And then it gives you guys like some pictures. An article of all of them that are missing. I guess his mom, but we'll go back up to the video. But I wanted to show you. Okay, so let's go back up. But I just wanted to show you guys that there were some pictures. All right.
"What do you mean?
I wish it was a little bit louder.
I'm at work," because they work together. He's like, "He's not here." So then I started really getting worried because that wasn't like my son. I got a phone call, and the person on the other end introduced himself as homicide. I just started punching myself because I didn't think it was real. I wanted to hit myself because I wanted to see if I was up. Like, was this real? Am I breathing? Am I hearing what I'm hearing? I completely lost it.
Oh, look at him.
Prajeshnik Sethi had briefly stopped into a North End home on his way to work.
So when Briar went in there, he was like, "Oh, there's that," I think he said, "goof that pushed me around. I should slash him up or something." But Briar had no weapons on him, and he was walking out the door. And that girl woke Christopher Brass up, and he leaned down and pulled it out of his sock and shot. He emptied the clip in that gun. And 2 bullets hit my son.
The 3-week trial by jury found Christopher Brass guilty of second-degree murder. After the death of her son, Sethi moved back to her home community in Saugeen First Nation.
For a while, I was stuck in a really dark hole, and I was using all the wrong things. Today, I'm trying to do whatever I can to make sure that I stay above water and, keep doing positive things and living life positive.
Aww.
For her, that meant organizing an annual walk to memorialize the Indigenous men and boys who have lost their lives to violence.
I was still in school at the time, and I needed to do something for him.
She also lays tobacco down and prays for her son in her home community.
He was young and vibrant and loving, caring, and had so much potential to go so many different ways in life.
So what do you think can be done to address some of the issues that Indigenous men and boys are facing?
Well, I think there should be an inquiry. Indigenous men are
She's putting tobacco
or
down, you guys.
every day. It's like society doesn't care. How do you expect somebody to live a good life if they were born to hate themselves because they're brown or because they're Indigenous?
An APTN investigation identified more than 600 missing and murdered Indigenous men and boys.
Okay, really quick, and now see if we get more people out here talking about these and talking about true crime, like children and missing people in general, instead of using all this hate and negativeness. Let's put it into this. Put your anger into something, doing something good.
Across the country. 18 homicides were a result of domestic abuse, and 63 homicides have gone cold. Newspaper articles, partial police databases, and public family statements were used to identify the men. The majority of the men identified are from the prairie provinces, and the average age was just 31 years old.
Wow.
But academics believe that number is likely much higher.
A more holistic inquiry that includes all the Indigenous people would provide some new insights.
University of Saskatchewan professor John Hansen studies the issue. He says stereotypes contribute to the growing number of missing and murdered Indigenous men and boys.
All of these stereotypes really desensitize Canadians. The basic structure is there, the racist stereotypes that devalue Indigenous men and boys, and it devalues Indigenous women. It's all very connected with the colonial system. As a result of being bombarded with these stereotypes of Indigenous inferiority, Indigenous people internalize them. We do know that where there is poverty, there is crime. And
Yeah.
the colonial system purposely impoverishes Indigenous people and keeps them in a cycle in which you can't get out of that.
Okay.
According to Statistics Canada, Indigenous males are 7 times more likely to be murdered than non-Indigenous males.
Wow.
And are 3 times more likely to be murdered than Indigenous women.
You guys taking your notes? Are we taking notes, guys? Like this is statistics. This is real. This isn't just,
The homicide rate for Indigenous males reached its highest count in 2014. And in 2020, 81% of all Indigenous homicide victims were males. Carl Anman was 21 years old when he went missing in 2011. He was last seen leaving a house in Morden, Manitoba during the early morning hours of May 22nd.
here's another one.
His mother, Sandy Banman, says the pain of losing him still comes in waves.
He was a very quiet child. He was very well behaved. He was a beautiful boy. He was also extremely funny. He had a sense of humor that, just, always be laughing and joking around. And he liked scary movies, so we'd watch scary movies. And, there was lightning storms. We would go outside all the time to watch the lightning in the sky.
I love lightning storms.
And he was a people person, and
I used to love being a people person, and yeah, lightning storms. I love a good lightning storm.
enjoyed life. He actually moved out to Saskatchewan. He fell in love out there. Met a girl.
I'm gonna have to add this in my link so you guys can go back and watch it too. If we don't get through all this, there's a lot. I think there's a couple other missing cases.
And then he went back to Morden, where his father resides. And during that visit is when he lost his life.
Beautiful music. I love when that their culture when they sing.
Where I attend the marches, I attend the memorials, and I feel like hurt.
Oh.
What about my son?
The Beat It Tie campaign was an initiative that we sought out here at the
Beautiful.
Child and Family Services as part of the ongoing dialogue to support new narrative, or at least the ongoing narrative in support for our murdered and missing Indigenous men and boys.
About me, so they didn't know I existed. So when I returned to her, she welcomed me into the family and introduced me to my other brothers and sisters, and so that was quite a shock.
As a baby, Sandy was adopted out to a non-Indigenous family. Her experience is widely known as the 60 scoop.
60 scoop.
This is a special adoption program. The provincial government feels
the practice of placing Indigenous children into mainly white homes. Thousands of Indigenous children were taken, and government-funded programs targeted them.
This trend is...
Can you guys believe this? Wow.
Causing us real concern. While we have had reasonable success in placing white children for adoption, we have had great difficulty in placing Indian and Métis children.
Is Peter too young to have an aim in life?
The Adopt Indian Métis Center advertised in newspapers. They also ran commercials on local television channels.
Leave the dividends. AIM is a plan that grows on you. All our children aim to invest.
Many children were taken across the border into the United States.
Wow.
Some never returned, and the families were left to grieve. Banman knows the experience through and through.
I was very lonely in my own self. No matter how much love I got, there was just something so deeply missing inside of me that I had to go and search for what that was.
Her birth mother was a residential school survivor, and Banman was apprehended soon after she was born, an experience she says never left her. And when her son went missing, it tore the family apart.
I got a message on that May 22nd during the day that Carl had not returned home that morning and was not seen by evening time, and I became extremely concerned.
What?
Then the police started really searching everywhere.
I can't believe they had adoption like that.
Woods, you know, and everyone knew he was missing. It's a smaller community, so people are aware. I would take a different bus every day, put up posters. I would walk around and just shake hands with people, go to Salvation Army and put up posters and ask people, have you seen my son? And so the morning of that last search, I heard nothing from my children. And that began to worry me. As a mother, I already knew.
Oh.
But I started to look on Facebook, and I seen my daughter stating that she was going for a meeting at town hall. And so I knew right away something was really wrong now. It was 3 weeks. It's an eternity when you're looking for someone you love. Sleepless nights and just the trauma you cannot imagine.
The trauma I can't
Carl's
imagine.
body was found in Dead Horse Creek, just outside of Morden.
They couldn't identify him because of the water. They would not let us see his body. There was only his one.
I don't think I would want to see. Yeah, I don't think, ma'am. Ma'am, I don't think you'd want to see your son's body like that. Not seeing something tragic, you would. The water. He was in the water for 3 weeks. They did say Dark Horse. I'm not sure exactly where this place is at, but
tattoo. He had one tattoo, and it was right here. It was the nickname I had given him when he was small. I think it's like a falsehood that we believe that our men are strong, our men can take care of themselves, our men are okay. And nobody realizes what's really happening with our men.
Aww.
For years, Sandy has advocated for missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls.
I'm very, very happy that there's such awareness created. I helped fight for that awareness.
She says now is the time to pay closer attention to Indigenous males. She says Indigenous men have been left out of the conversation.
But there's days where I attend the marches, I attend the
Now, see,
memorials.
I didn't know about this either. I didn't know the men were until I did the women, until I did research on the women. I had no idea. None.
And I feel like hurt.
Okay, we heard that earlier. This is like
Jason Gobet says he sees how harmful stereotypes can be to Indigenous men.
We often get characterized in different areas, right? Oh, scary, long hair. What do? I should take my stuff to the other side of the street. But we often forget that we're people as well too.
I don't think because you got long hair, you're scary.
Gobet leads a men's group outside of Brandon, Manitoba, through Dakota Ojibwe Child Family Services.
I didn't know exactly what he was asking for.
And I'm happy to experience with this group for a long time and raise back to my old roots and when I was a kid.
It made me feel good. It's about the land, just to get connected with Mother Earth. A lot of men need that.
Well, any opportunity that we can gather with our men, especially in a safe space, and open ourselves to sit in that circle and to share our openness. And sometimes it's one of those things that we really have an opportunity to open our heart.
My week has been a very productive week. It's been good. Things have been happening really well for us.
When we were done skinning the animal, we loaded it up in the truck.
We're so remiss sometimes that men don't want to talk, or men want to hold back their feelings or emotions. And one of the things that we found in creating that safe space and that sharing circle is that our men don't see judgment. Our youth are looking for that same thing we all look for in community, and that's to be a part of something bigger.
I love the
Gobet
body on the
sources
back.
local Indigenous artists to bead neckties to raise awareness for missing and murdered Indigenous men.
So the Beaded Tie campaign was an initiative that we sought out here at the Dakota Ojibwe Child and Family Services as part of the ongoing dialogue to support new narrative, or at least the ongoing narrative in support for our murdered and missing Indigenous men and boys.
Their music, when they sing, is so beautiful. Native Americans are really
around
it's a
missing
really
and murdered
cool
Indigenous
culture to
men and
learn.
boys change.
When we talk about our Indigenous brothers, when we talk about victims of homicide and knowing that Indigenous men are at the highest rate of being victims of homicide, where's the supports coming from police? Where's the supports coming from the RCMP? Where is
That's
the
crazy. They
inquiry
get
delving
no
a little
support
bit more
system,
into the
none.
stories behind the acts of crime?
Okay, so I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna stop this one. And then, hi everybody. Hi, thank you for being here. Thank you. I do want to show you guys the other one because it was super louder. And I'm like, could barely hear that one. But I'm interested in this one. When I played it
I was
earlier.
walking by and I said, I'll see you later, bud. So then he went to school, and then he had the meeting with the principal and supposed to go back to class and never did.
There's so many people going missing. There's so much young kids. There's so much elders.
What I did was I put a label in a baggie. Anybody anywhere that sees my son, they'd have my phone number right on their phone.
And it seems like it's one article in the paper, and then it's never spoken of again.
Every day I used to call up north and talk to him, and my auntie said that he was lost.
I have to think that he's okay until I hear different.
guys, this is sad.
I just want him to come home.
There's this myth that addiction is just
Sorry,
lack of
I'm
willpower,
bored.
but
I
that's
don't
not how
have
the brain
ads.
works.
Opioid addiction
I
affects
heard somebody
millions
say
of
that
individuals.
earlier. I don't have Prime. So it looks like
Its
there's
own
like a
story.
series.
I see women's pictures everywhere. They're all over Facebook too.
I don't have the
yeah.
money to put up a bulletin board, but somebody out there should fund.
Okay, yeah, there we go. We should have funding for. Oh, don't get me started, Jacqueline. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, let's go back. I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna keep going. All right, all you true crimers, put your money where your mouth is, and let's start helping people. Instead of putting in lawsuits, I'm gonna say it. I normally don't do this on my channel. I normally don't do this. But take some of your money and put it to finding for good causes and finding these missing men and women.
Something for our men.
I'd just like to see the police actually do something about it.
Start putting some
And this was
a
3
spotlight
years
on all these
ago.
missing and murdered Indigenous men.
And it's not talked about enough.
Lucas Degernis was just 14 years old when he went missing. His mother reported him missing on June 7th, 2007.
This is awesome.
Wow.
Though there have been many sightings of him, none have been
This
confirmed.
is where he went to high school. This is the last time Gina seen him was here.
He was last seen at his Prince George High School in northern British Columbia.
He left there and said he never went to class.
A charming town for some, it's also the starting point of the infamous Highway of Tears.
So we'd be putting posters up all around, like every one of these poles, we would stop and put posters up. Me and my dad were out driving the roads all the time, every day. What's called, we were putting posters up all over.
He was adorable, like made me laugh. He was a good kid. Saturday night, because we were at the hospital.
Lorena Perry remembers her nephew as a sweet boy, and memories of their movie nights pour in.
Or he'd lay in bed, and cuddle up behind you and be like, "Oh, I love you, Auntie," and I'm like, "Oh, I love you too."
Fred Perry vividly remembers when his nephew went missing.
He was 14, just a teenager. I like playing sports, I like playing basketball, I like playing baseball.
Perry spent hours putting up posters and searching the streets of Prince George.
He was walking by and I said,
Sorry.
I'll see you later, bud. So he left.
Thank you all for still being here. I appreciate you all. Doesn't this make you guys mad? Put a 1 in the chat if you get furious, because I don't get it. I don't understand. Oh man, my arms hurt from working out the weights. I don't understand how this is just, it's not talked about, but you see, like you heard it earlier, the one girl has said that there's always Facebook posts and always about the women, but I don't understand how kids can go.
Then he went to school and then he had the meeting with the principal and was supposed to go back to class and never did.
How long after he was last seen did the family start to worry?
Oh, we were worried instantly because he never came home right.
Do you think that his friends might know something?
There's too many
If anybody
kids. There's
would, they
too many. We got Samuel. We got Indigenous men.
I felt bad because he was in between places, between my sisters and my dad's, our place and my mom's. But that wasn't fair for him. He would take turns staying here with my mom and my sister, and then he would come over to our place every once in a while, and then also at my little sister's house. Moving
You
from
could
the
have
big
got
city to
cooked up
here, it's kind of,
anywhere.
I think, was a down or two. You know, you're leaving all your friends, coming back, starting to start new. What we had thought always was that he went back to Edmonton because that's where he just came from. That would make sense. I miss my nephew.
Wait.
With my whole heart.
Wasn't there the other kid, Sam? I'm sorry, the other Samuel was from Edmonton. I'm wondering if that's the same. It's so sad. It made me think about that. Shout out to. I need to put some of these links in my chat. I can't. There's just too many.
I just want him to come home. I have to think that he's okay until I hear different. Every day I look at a star.
And this was 3 years ago.
It's their star seed, and they make a wish.
This premiered. This premiered January 28, 2022. Very beautiful out here. Beautiful.
This highway is infamous. Dozens of missing and murdered Indigenous women have disappeared along the 725-kilometer stretch that winds along to the west coast, ending in Prince Rupert.
Wow.
But lesser known are the missing and murdered Indigenous men and boys of the Highway of Tears. An APTN investigation reveals that since 1988, 19 Indigenous men and boys have been murdered or disappeared along the highway. 16-year-old Colton Fleury went missing from a local motel.
So that happened for about 2 days. And then
His mother, Phyllis Fleury, saw him get up to go to the bathroom in the early morning hours of May 3rd. He had just come back.
Okay, so that's the third kid. That's the third kid now. Colton. I should have been writing these names down. Dang it. I'll go back and write them down, and maybe we can deep dive. But the videos are all pretty much deep diving for us, so I'll continue.
This place used to be called the Downtowner Motel. So I worked here, and I cleaned all these rooms when they had a new owner. And I lived in that one that's way in the corner. The ministry came to drop Colton off.
Look at that place.
They brought him in there with a little garbage bag of clothes. Only a quarter full bag of clothes. After 2 years of being in and out of care and in the group homes and a foster home.
Phyllis knows the child welfare system all too well as a 60 Scoop survivor.
Now remember, we heard of the 60. Sorry, the 60 Scoop. That was a. What kind of hell did adoption did they have back then? The 60 Scoop, where they took Indigenous kids and put them with white families for adoption.
Somebody from residential schools. You didn't get the hugs. You didn't get the I love yous. You just basically got what you essentially needed was food and a bed, right?
That is super sad. I gotta back that up a second.
Garbage bag of clothes. Only a quarter full bag of clothes. After 2 years of being in and out of care and in the group homes and a foster home.
Phyllis knows the child welfare system all too well as a 60 Scoop survivor.
If you were raised with somebody from residential schools, you didn't get the hugs. You didn't get the I love yous. You just basically got what you essentially needed was food and a bed, right?
That's sad. That is sad. That type of adoption should not have occurred. Should not.
Fleury worked hard to provide a better life for her kids.
I cannot
and she
believe
remembers her
that.
son Colton as a happy baby.
He was the sweetest little boy. He was the baby of the family.
Hey guys, did you know
sorry,
some
I'm poor. I
drivers
can't
are
afford
ditching
it.
their car insurance and they're doing
Hold,
this
please.
instead? Now,
Very handsome and very temperamental, I guess I can say.
What's that? Yeah, I've got supplies. Do you want meat and cheese? Okay. So you're Rachel and Phoebe? Yeah. Right. How old were you, Rachel? 45?
That was the beginning of one of my journeys. I went to Ketwanga Treatment Center. And part of going to a treatment center is getting rid of the toxic relationships. So through my pregnancy, I was sober through all of that.
She had just regained custody of her son, and the two of them stayed in this downtown motel. But the next day, he vanished.
I wish I could just turn back time and say, hey, where are you going? And I just thought he went to the bathroom. But this is the last time I've seen him.
What happened? How does this happen?
What I did was I put a label in a baggie so that the cigarette doesn't get wet, and I hand this out. Anybody anywhere that sees my son, they'd have my phone number right on their phone. They could take a picture and call me right away.
So she gives him a cigarette and a baggie, and
so far I've been down there 16 times.
Fleury has spent countless hours searching the streets of Vancouver. She prepares meals, safe supply kits, and offers warm clothing to those in need. She hopes that if her son is out there, others are doing the same work.
Yeah.
And the thing is that when I Narcaned this young boy, he reminded me so much of Colton, and I just broke down. When Colton went missing, they have him on camera that he walked from that room, no bag, 7 o'clock in the morning, and he went walking that way. I thought he jumped up and went to the bathroom. When I got up to go to work at 9 o'clock, he wasn't on his bed. And I didn't think anything of it, you know. I just got up and did my work because he's home now. And I never seen him again.
My mom, she called me and asked me if he's been around, and she was like, if he does come around, tell him call me or get home or whatever. And I was like, yeah, he's probably just like, to me, I figured like he was just out with his friends.
And the cops didn't even do anything until 2 or 3 weeks later when they finally put that missing person out. It took that long, you know.
2 weeks? I mean, come on. 2 weeks? Seriously?
But they also come in with the same conclusion. Colton's not in Prince George, and foul play is not suspected. And
Do they tell you why that they
Hold you guys. Hold,
no,
please.
she never did tell me that.
What are your thoughts on that?
That they want to sit behind the desk, and I hate to say it, let me do all the work, and I have to get out of the car this time. You guys need a sandwich? Oh, Phoebe, how are you?
Just last week, I realized you have to be thankful for everything that I'm going through because I'm trying to change to be a better person. And because I went to Vancouver so much and saw so much need for outreach, I came back and that's what I wanted to do.
You guys want a sandwich? I know you do. Do you want a meat and cheese, both of you? And water? one of my friends just said, hey, we need somebody to help with the cultural center. They wanted me so much for outreach because that's exactly what I wanted to do. She looks like she needs it. You want a sandwich? Sure. What's your name? Christina. Christina, and how old are you? 31. Do you need smoking in a bubble too? Yes, please. Okay. 31? Okay. Okay, she needs a smoking in a bubble. Want a cigarette? Yes. That's my missing son. Oh. Yeah, my phone number. It's the label. You could just put it behind your phone or something, right?
Now this part I don't agree with. Okay, I don't. I don't know if I agree with that part. She just gave that person a bubble. Oh, a smoking tool. I want to. God, man. Oh, woman. I almost was really. I don't know if you guys know what it is. Let me back it up.
Somebody to help with the cultural center. They wanted me so much for
She's doing
outreach
good
because
things,
that's
but
exactly
not
what I
that
wanted
part.
to do. She looks like she needs it. You want a sandwich? Sure. What's your name? Christina. Christina, and how old are you? 31. Do you need smoking in a bubble too? Yes, please. Okay. 31? Okay. Okay, she needs a smoking in a bubble. You want a cigarette? Yes. That's my missing son. Oh. Yeah, my phone number. It's a label. You could just put it behind your phone or something, right? Okay. I'll get you some socks and a blanket.
She gets tips that her son was seen in Vancouver, and she believes Colton is still alive.
I got some warm socks. You need that? I have, I don't know if I could find another men's one, but. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Fleury knows the downtown east side well. It's not the first time she's had to search for a loved one there.
Mona Wilson is Colton's auntie. Colton was just born when we went down there, and we saw Mona across the street, but her dad didn't want us to meet her. He didn't want us to see her the way she was. And a month later, she was found in the Picton farm. That might be a big thing of why there's so much attention on the missing women, was because of that Picton farm. And I can't take away from that because we were a part of that too. We had to go down there, and my estranged husband had to go to the trailer and look at belongings that.
But I think she writes down the people's. She gives that bubble and stuff, all that stuff to her. I don't know.
It have been Mona's.
I see women's pictures everywhere, and they're all over Facebook too. And I was wondering about that too. Like, it's not just women that are getting missing; it's men too.
Vancouver, huh?
You know, they talk about the Highway of Tears, and
the Highway of Tears. Can you believe that there's an actual highway of these men going missing? It is. Look at the hair.
Pictures.
I have to pause and talk over because I don't want to get struck.
Barry Seymour was 32 years old when he vanished from Prince George.
He
had traveled from his home community in Fort Ware to attend his son's 9th birthday.
Wasn't his dad, and that's on his 9th birthday. Cosmic bullying.
And Tyrez Seymour holds close the last memories of his father.
Me and Mom and I think Grandma and them went to the bowling alley, and that's where we met up with him. And he brought me presents, and we had a good time bowling. And the last time that I saw him was at the Canora parking lot.
Quality at unbeatable prices? Yes, chef.
Horse duvers?
It's an Aldi thing.
My work is easy because I use ClickUp.
Oh, come on.
Here's how I keep track
Sorry,
of all my
we
tasks.
gotta watch it.
I start by brain dumping everything I need to get done in a list view. Next.
It's been nearly a decade since he was last seen on May 26, 2012.
Every day I used to call up north and talk to him. And when I went to call him, my auntie said that he was lost. I just couldn't believe it. She started crying on the phone after she told me that, and
I'm
I
definitely gonna look
gave the
into.
phone to my mom, and it was a hard day.
I met him through my cousin Amaral. She was actually dating his brother, and she brought me on a family trip.
She just set you guys up?
Yeah, literally.
Seymour's former partner, Charity Rivard, says his disappearance is unlike him.
He was very outdoorsy. Who's this with him in their bubs?
Sorry,
Where's
I'm
Delaney?
going back to write
Yeah,
down
so that's
names.
another one
I'm
with
trying to
him
get some
too.
names.
That was like his favorite thing to do.
Yeah, he was very outdoorsy. Yeah, I love the cowboy boots. It's just like that's style going there.
He really wanted to wear those.
Yeah.
The two were high school sweethearts, and the new family enjoyed exploring the outdoors.
He is very traditional. He's super kind. He is a great father.
Aww.
Our family photos from Trez is like 1.5 years, I think.
Sometimes
yesterday?
it feels like it's just yesterday, and then sometimes it's just like a life that one's lived. That's
Sometimes, I don't know, during recess, I would see someone that made me look like him, and I would just completely flip, I guess. I don't.
He should be here. There's no reason why he shouldn't be here. He didn't deserve this.
Rivard says there needs to be a national inquiry into missing and murdered Indigenous men and boys.
Start putting a spotlight on all these missing and murdered Indigenous men. Barry's not the only one. There's so many people going missing. There's so much young kids. There's so much elders. They're just like, and it seems like it's one article in the paper, and then it's never spoken of again.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to make that difference on YouTube. Wow. Oh my God, you guys. We're almost to the end of this, but anyone with any information on the disappearance of Barry Seymour hold on. Hold, please. You guys see all these names down here? Disappearance of Barry Seymour, Colton Furry, or Lucas DeGeneres are asked to contact 1-250-561-3300. Or you can even do Crime Stoppers at 1-800-222-8477 tips. It is so... Sorry, I was writing this down because I'm going to try to... You never know. Never know. I mean, these cases are all fairly new. This was only done in 2022. Definitely, you guys go and check this out. They have a broadcast. Looks like they do like a little series, investigates, but definitely check that out. I lived here. We're starting to get free hits every day, and I try and keep the crime down. Yeah, free hits every day. It just made me mad at first because I was like, wait a minute, no, like, but maybe she looks like she has a board though. She writes down names and tries to keep track of it. a little bit. I'm definitely going to deep dive in some of these cases, though. I wrote down the names because that was just recently. But let's go and take a look at. Let's go try to take a look at something positive. I'm glad I saved this for the last thing because this is the Blue Jean Jacket Day. Okay. And this is a great thing to wear. I love how they have this little kid here wearing this blue jean jacket day. Super cute. And this was just done last year, 2024. But the Blue Jean Jacket Day was launched in 2023 in Edmonton on June 6th to create awareness and missing, murdered, and exploited men and boys. So this was launched again in June of 2023, which is just such a great little warm thing to warm your heart after hearing all these sad cases of all these kids and men even. I mean, so many men have gone missing and nothing's being done. So Mary Jane Mitchell was among more than 24 people who gathered on Okaho Angel Way Thursday evening to honor the lives of the Indigenous men and boys. For Mitchell, she still carries the pain after her son Richard Erger, 41, was found dead in a recycling plant in Edmonton in July 2020. I still cry, I still miss him, Mitchell said through the tears. Indigenous men were 4 times more likely to die by a homicide. Indigenous women are 7 times more likely to die by homicide than non-Indigenous people in Canada, according to 2020 from the Statistics of Canada. That is insane. Statistics in Canada data also show that men accounted for more than 80% of the 201 Indigenous people killed last year, meaning the number of Indigenous men who died by homicide reached its highest level since 2014. Blue Jean Jacket Day was started in Edmonton in 2023 to raise awareness about the violence. Mary Jane Mitchell in the middle was confronted by Blue Jean Jacket organizer of Stephanie Harp. And, oh, you know what? I also want to look into... Sorry, I gotta write this note down. It just popped in my head. The 60s. I've never knew how to spell Indigenous till now. That's crazy. That I've never been able to spell that word till now. And I got it wrote down by heart now. Harp said that she was 41, was found in a recycling plant, which is crazy. The day of knowledge of the honor of them, the families of Ake, they're missing their males, said advocate organizer Stephanie Harp. Harp is a member of Fort Mackie's First Nation, said events like important to bring more attention sympathetic violence by the Indigenous men and boys. We just want helping merchants to the community that we want to do. That's what we want to do. We want to just help them, give them safe space, and let them know that their voice matters too. And what is happening to them matters. Harp said the jean jacket is a cherished symbol and often remembers family figures like grandparents, uncles, cousins in a jean jacket. Yeah, jean jackets were popular. We wanted to give them a color. We wanted to give them a representation. We wanted to let them know that they are loved and honored. The event was hosted by the Stolen Sisters and Brothers Action Movement. April E. Wilberg is the founder of the Stolen Sisters and Brothers Action Movement. She is seen here with her son as they gather for their second annual Blue Jean Jacket Day in Edmonton. Founder April E. Wilberg said it was a deep meaning in having the event being held in Waukesha, an Angel Way. It's a street name in Edmonton honor all women and their families that have been victims of violence. So it's a very, very scared location, Wilberg said. On June 6th was chosen by organizations at the end of the month of National Day Awareness for the Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women. The red dress, that's what it was, the red dress. Remember earlier I was talking about it? The red dress has been an important symbol of the movement. Wilbur said already underway the plan of the similar blue jean jacket in the event category. We're going to see so many communities taking part. The red dress started somewhere, right? So we're very hopeful, and we just feel really blessed to be here. So there we go. Something to end with, not so crazy and vicious, right? It's so crazy though, like how many more are gonna go missing before people, and these police stations. Like I thought, like they would want to work with the Native Americans and finding, like you'd think it would be much easier to find these missing. I'm just shocked that there are so many. So many. Let me just go and make sure there wasn't anything else. It's 10:38. Kept you here for an hour and 32 minutes. But let me just go. Sure, I'm not missing nothing, Highway to Tears.
They were a gift to you, and it had somebody come in and take that away and not know where or why or how is the not knowing. How can you grieve? How can you deal with not knowing?
Is it acceptable that we allowed our most vulnerable to disappear, to be murdered? The question is upsetting. It challenges our fundamental values.
I'm going to pause that there so you guys can read that. That's just crazy. The music is getting me. How long is this? Looks like there's another one. Maybe we could pick up tomorrow on this one, okay? Unless you guys want to go watch it, but we want to watch. We got to, I'm going to write this down. And because it's already 10:40.
Our society's most vulnerable women treated the same way as anybody else.
It's like a whole thing.
For at least 4 decades, women have gone missing from Highway 16.
Families of the mostly First Nations women who died along Highway 16, known as the Highway of Tears,
encouraged investigators to keep going.
Makes me. Oops, sorry. It's me, not you.
The families are hoping that the renewed attention will provide more momentum into the investigation and public pressure until all of the cases are solved. But until there are more arrests, the Highway of Tears will be a dark shadow over the lives of people here.
You guys see that? An hour and something. Majority of those women are abnormal. Shout out to Matt Smiley. I don't know who this is, so channel owner.
Why does it seem BC has so many serial killers?
British Columbia. Wow. Okay, if I stop it here, who's gonna go cheat and watch this? If I wait till tomorrow to bring this up, okay? We're gonna save. We're gonna go to watch later, and we're gonna put it in true crime, okay? Because it's late and I don't want to continue it, and then we will be here all night. So tomorrow I will be back and we will watch. I will make sure I pull up. I have the video saved, so I won't mess with it, and we can start out with that one. Then maybe we can watch that one. We'll come back to that. And then we can maybe we can find something on one of these. I wonder if any of these are on the National Missing sites. That just dawned on me. If any of these children, well, one was a 31-year-old, which was Barry. Barry was 31. He was an uncle, a father. He was at the birthday party for his 9-year-old son. So, he went missing. Then we got Colton. Then we got Colton, Barry, Mana, and Lucas. Lucas Indigenous. I'll look up how make sure I have all the correct spelling and all that. And wow, I just can't believe it. Well, thank you, Miss Spitfire, for sitting here with me. I probably lost everybody because I know a lot of people are going live at this time of night. I'm going to get ready to go downstairs, and I think I'm going to put on some Max and just unwind. That was tough. I don't like doing all this depression shit, but somebody's got to do it. There's not too many true crime channels. True crime channels out here. Not too many of me. I won't. I can't believe you're not going to. Okay, so you won't cheat and go watch it. Okay, I won't watch it either. I'm not going to watch it. I'm going to save it for tomorrow. And I promise I will be back probably around same time, 8ish, depending on what I'm doing. If I skip the gym, I'll be sooner. If I go to the gym, it'll be later video. Because I usually go to the gym around 2 o'clock. I like it at 2 o'clock. I'm more comfortable there around that time. Not too many weirdos. I don't like the little jocks that are in there. I don't like cocky people, and there's a lot of them in there, especially the women. I don't like working out with a bunch of young people. I'm old. But some just give you that look like, okay, why are you trying? It's never going to work, At least I'm trying. If it doesn't work, it don't work. Whatever. At least I maintain. Get down to a little bit. But I do just like walking on an incline. I do like that. It makes my legs a little bit stronger. Trying to get my mom to be exercising and moving more. Because if my stepmom always said, if you don't move, if you don't start getting up and moving, doing like chores and taking garbage out, and then your body's going to go to hell. You could die when you rest, right? So, let's go ahead and do, let's see. Woohoo! Thank you. Thank you for my bush watchers, the ones that don't come into chat. My chat's very safe. I have great mods in here, and I have a great group of girls that keep it cool in here. We got Spitfire. I didn't see Miss Sharon. We do have a couple new people in the house. Shout out to Shayla. Beautiful. Thank you for putting up the flag. Or hi, thank you. What a newbie. And we got Brittany Bella back again. She was a sweetheart, and she's new in the house. And we just had a Reality was another new one in here. I like Reality. She was new in here. I see her in other chats, so that's cool. So yeah, my chat's usually pretty safe. It's pretty cool. We don't gotta worry about that. We do a lot of true crime, crying and sad stuff, but hey, as long as you guys didn't hear Scoob too bad. Scooby gets, when he goes outside and he sees his favorite kids, he loves his favorite kids in the neighborhood. Now he's comfortable with letting them pet him, but he's a totally different dog when people are inside the fence with him. When you're outside the fence, he makes sure it's known. So thank God we got a guard dog. He's a good dog. He's a good dog. I love my Scuba. All right, so I turned the comments back. Okay, let's do. All right, let's see. We're gonna do that, and then we are going to do. Let's do. I need to add more music. Need another song. Ah! Okay, I need to get some more music. I can't play this one because.
Excuse me, Your Honor, but it's death before dishonor. I run to the flame, reaching in the fire.
There we go. That would work to me. All right, y'all. Have a good night.